Rather hilariously, at that point, I recall my dad coming home with application forms for British Airways. I knew that was not for me. What is Kent and what sets it apart from competitors? So, Kent is an integrated, full life cycle energy services provider with end to end capabilities from engineering consulting through project management and construction. We apply holistic thinking to tackle the greatest energy challenges, whether that be traditional oil and gas or renewables. What really makes us stand out is our people. Our culture is built on care. We care passionately about our clients and their problems and their needs, and we care about each other. And that's what allows us to have long relationships and positive project outcomes. What does a market director do? So at Kent, as market director, I have the great job of working with our brilliant engineering teams to meet the needs of the evolving changes in late life and decommissioning, decarbonisation, and the energy transition journeys of our clients. So what does that really mean? So day to day, I'm making sure that we have a market appropriate strategy. I'm overseeing our client relationships, our work winning, what we're investing in, what we're innovating in, but ultimately ensuring that we meet the needs of our clients and overseeing the P&L of the project portfolio. How does Kent stay ahead in such a competitive, fast-paced industry? So this is really about being bold in innovation, agile in our delivery, and unwavering when it comes to quality. We continuously invest in technology and talent to ensure we stay ahead of the curve. Where our strengths particularly lie is that we are adaptable. And what I mean by this is we don't apply a one solution fits all. We listen really carefully to our clients and their needs and their problems and make sure that the strategies and solutions that we apply are bespoke to their needs. Lastly, and importantly, we're insight-led. So we use strategic foresight and market intelligence to ensure that we meet the evolving needs of the changing market. But further still, we use this to anticipate changes. What changes have you seen in your industry in the last 5 to 10 years? Wow, yes, a lot. We've seen new, small, independent oil and gas operators enter the basin. We've seen the emergence of renewables. We've also seen the challenges that some of those developments face. We've seen the decline in supply of oil and gas due to geological and political factors. So we're actually at an all-time low in terms of energy production in the UK. That being said, there's still lots of opportunities in the basin with the right regimes and factors supporting it. What is your proudest career achievement so far? Yes, this is without a doubt in my current role. I love working with people. I love supporting people's passions and their strengths. And when doing this, seeing them flourish. And that's wonderful in itself, but then seeing the business success and the new service lines succeeding, it's just wonderful to see. What does the future hold for Kent? The future is really exciting. So on one hand, we're excited about leading the way in terms of the global adoption of low carbon energy, but equally we're very committed to tackling today's problems. So in the UK, we're committed and investing in the likes of asset upgrading, optimization, late life management and decommissioning, and decarbonisation. Recently in Kent, we're really excited to have successfully made an acquisition that sees us in adjacent markets in data centres. We're proactively reviewing other acquisitions, particularly those that help strengthen strategic areas and expand on our offerings. What did you want to be when you were a kid? I really believe in role models. My mum was obviously one when I was growing up. She was a primary school teacher, so I just naturally thought that's what I wanted to do. Fortunately, I did some work experience and quickly realised it wasn't for me. Let's just say I have a huge amount of respect for all the school teachers out there. I then thought about my strengths and what I enjoy. So I like maths and physics, I enjoy solving problems. And I wanted to do something that I could make a material difference to society in. Rather hilariously, at that point, I recall my dad coming home with application forms for British Airways for me to be a pilot. I knew that was not for me, so I quickly ramped up my search. and took it into my hands to get some engineering work placements at some firms locally. And that's really what set me on the journey that I'm on today. It's fair to say it took a little while to sort of find that match, but perhaps that's because I couldn't see the role models ahead of me. I'm very passionate about engineering. I think it provides a wonderful, varied career for you to flex your strengths and interests in, and you can even see the world if you wish. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given? This is from a dear friend and colleague who I've had the pleasure of working with for over a decade. So start with being curious, grasping opportunities, building on your strengths, and really seeing the value in mentors and building your networks. And I do have one more, and it was something that my daughter's first teacher taught her and the rest of the class. And it was a little phrase, and it was, you be you. And, clearly that's about being yourself. And it resonated so clearly with me. And it's something that I lived my life by, both within work and out of work. Is it a rowie or a buttery? And how do you take it? I thought you might ask me this question. I really don't want to give you a boring or alienating answer. I am an Aberdonian. I grew up on much less tasty breakfasts, but I do remember my parents buying them when we had international visitors, and they were called butteries. I did ask my friends recently for a straw poll, and they said they must be eaten warm with butter. What app on your phone could you not live without? Might name a couple if that's okay, or maybe three. Um, Firstly, the activity app. And that's because I'm not about setting records or anything like that. It's just about keeping my body moving. My dad actually got me involved in a challenge this year to cover a set amount of kilometres in the year, together with a virtual group of like minded people. So that's quite fun, and the app allows me to track my progress. I also couldn't be without my podcast app. That keeps me sane whilst I'm out walking and running. I like listening to informative things right through to things that make me laugh out loud. And lastly, Duolingo. So my daughter got me into this. She's learning French. I'm dusting off very rusty school level French. And actually, the whole family is doing it. My husband as well, my mum. So it's really nice. 3 generations all learning and engaging on something daily.